Podcast ini ditajakan khas oleh Miraj Advisory. Kalau korang tengah fikir nak cover diri dengan insurans, tengah cari kerja, kau boleh contact Miraj Advisory.
Betul tu, mereka bukan sahaja buat insurans tapi boleh guide korang, boleh bab keuangan juga. Kalau nak tahu lebih lanjut, call saja 81687225, 81687225.
Jangan lupa follow mereka juga di social media @Miraj Advisory. Segala update pasal peluang kerja, investment tips, semua ada. Selamat datang ke Next Home Talk Show bersama saya Faizal Rahim.
Dan saya Iwan Jumaat.
Yes, okay. Ashraf Usman masih ada kat Istanbul lagi. Dia masih tengah sedap holiday. Okay, dan hari ini kita bersama dengan Firuz Han. Apa khabar Firuz?
Oh baik, aku ingat aku kat Istanbul lah sekarang.
Asal?
Ha?
Kau ingat kau kat Istanbul?
Tengok Ashraf Sultan punya ni bukan Osman lah, Sultan lah. Dia tengah enjoying lah sana.
Dia dah declare diri dia King of the Kings.
Mana punya King of King.
Tapi aku tengok dia punya story dia pergi Istanbul. Very nice lah actually.
Exactly. That's why aku Asim cakap, bro, ni tempat macam baik je. Macam nak planning je pergi
Itu lah
ada rezeki boleh
Aku rasa this is one of the place that aku will go next lah.
Next
Pasal aku tengok balik makanan dia semua is aku suka punya, aku punya favourite semua. Bila aku dengar part 1 ceritakan Wan pergi Jepun, makanan rabak, aku dah cakap ini bukan tempat aku ni.
Rabak?
Tak rabak lah,
seafood
daging.
lah.
Ada seafood tapi ada daging. Tapi dia suka kebab, that kind of thing.
Aku more to like Middle East. Tu Ashraf Sultan, aku Faizal Prince.
Baik.
Tapi aku foresee yang dia enjoy lah. Susah
definitely.
dia nak enjoy dia
Tu
holiday
pasal lah.
kan. Dia komen-komen, tapi ini aku tengok dia happy, main snow sampai terjun kat dalam snow pun.
Pasal bila dia pergi Indonesia dia punya story dia tak banyak ada post. Sekarang ni aku tengok 10 minit dia punya post ada.
Good.
Tapi kau pernah pergi kan First?
Istanbul tak pernah pergi lah.
Which part of
Rezeki
itu kan kasi Istanbul nanti kita discuss is between Asia dengan Europe kan?
Betul. Dia ada Bosphorus River. Okay, so Asian sama Europe. But they acknowledge Turkey as a Europe. Bukan Asia. Sebab kalau kau pergi World Cup semua, Turkey is under Europe punya continents.
Betul, that's why aku tengok ada season semua, winter semua.
Yes. Tapi aku dengar juga kalau kat Asia sama Europe, yang banyak historic is kat Asia, tetapi yang kat Europe mahal sikit. Yang happening is kat Europe.
So kalau more to yang Asia punya side, dia macam mana? Dia bayar, dia using what currency?
Aku tak tahu. Nanti kalau balik, Acap dah balik, nanti kita boleh tanya macam-macam.
Kita boleh plan lah Firuz kita pergi sama
Boleh insyaAllah.
Okay, anyway, tadi kita berbual before podcast tadi, I think we talk about the yang apa ni, Lawrence Wong come out with the the budget. So mention about the PAF. PAF ka macam mana tadi Firuz? You mention tadi about from
correct.
apa ni? They rebate 50%, right?
I think when you look back at the budget, right? So instead of people getting back 50% for the PAF value between 9 to 10 years, we are only going to get back at 5%. Cars more than 10 years and more will get back $0 lah. I think this will significantly affect a lot of people who just registered our vehicles in February.
Yeah, the brand new car.
To whoever buy new car lah. So I mean, we don't know whether the used car market, the prices will go up because there's a holding power in terms of the PAF, or maybe to say that maybe kita punya new car purchase would be, the sale would drop lah. So let's let and wait and see, in 2 to 2 weeks time, or maybe in fact 1 to 2 months. Let's just monitor and see how's the market going to be like. But if the used car market, the prices goes up, then it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I think in the market, if you notice, a lot of car get stuck right now,
Betul.
right? Susah nak jual bila aku tengok balik. So if that was supposed to happen, then Alhamdulillah, I mean the used car market can move, so at least dealers can also survive and the cars can move. But also will affect the new car dealers because why? No new car register means no new business.
Yeah.
Everything will also affect back.
But they will,
Singapore
car
lah.
dealer aku rasa will take advantage by increasing dia punya harga kereta
Price
lah. Yeah.
But I think, I mean, if you are a car dealer today, guys, what would you all do?
Wah.
Maksudnya?
It means you are a car dealer today. Let's just put yourself in a situation today. Korang ni ada car dealership.
Okay.
Used car dealership What would you all do at this point of time when you hear such news?
Okay, pada aku kan, take this opportunity to clear whatever cars because it's still based on the current punya law before February occurs. You see macam year 2019, 20, 21 that kind of puff car right, yang sangkut kan. This is the best time for you to clear because why? When you the buyers buy this car, they still have their ARF, their 50%.
Yeah.
You see? So clear this as much as possible because the next stage yang datang year 2000 February punya yang akan datang, people who wants to buy the car, then ultimately the ideology they have to pay more deposit.
Betul.
More deposits, you know, in order for you to sustain your monthly income. Sebab dah tak ada value apa.
Correct.
Sebab macam aku selalu follow, for example aku punya kereta dia punya 50%, if let's say my car is 80,000, so 50% is 40,000.
Okay.
So what I will make a payment of deposit is 40,000. You see?
Based on the depreciation
Depreciation.
Okay.
So what I pay yearly is based on depreciation 24,000 divided by 12, so 1 month is 2,000. Because why? At the end of the day, I still got the 40,000 of what I pay the deposit.
40,000 or half? Let's say
Let's say the puff is the ARF is 80,000.
Oh, okay.
40,000.
Yeah.
Jadi aku bayar 40,000 lah. Plus first month plus ini semua plus minus around 45,000 lah. Tetapi you know when years to come, when the first batch yang implement this February punya itu, orang nak beli second hand car dah tak ada value. Betul tak?
Betul.
Tak ada value. Even though your puff, your ARF if let's say 80,000, itu 80,000 after end of the year kau dah tak dapat 50% apa? Sebab dissolve apa?
Yeah.
So to match that you punya depreciations of 24,000 2 months, you have to pay the 80,000 deposit. Habis. Kalau lah kau nak bayar lesser than that, then your depreciations of 24,000 per year kan, times let's say times 8 tahun ke apa, and the shortfall of the 80,000 yang kau punya ARF yang kau kena top up. Faham tak? Kalau kau tak sanggup bayar 80,000, if let's say the ARF 80,000 kau tak sanggup bayar this second hand car on your deposit, so meaning you are paying more than 2,004 of the depreciation of 24,000. Kan?
Yeah.
So next year next time aku feel also the second car dealers also having a problem to get the buyers to buy second hand car.
Yeah.
Sebab siapa yang nak membeli rumah kereta tu akan datang nak kena bayar deposit lebih bro. Dah tak ada zero deposit already, dah ada zero ada lah, tetapi kau punya monthly will be lagi
tinggi
banyak sebab kau tak bayar deposit apa. That kind of tinggi
But would this encourage people to buy COE cars or not?
I don't know. Faizal?
Maybe juga.
Ada lah, ada orang mesti ada juga.
Because definitely second hand car, I think people will, the dealer will just naikkan harga juga.
Tapi aku takut they not going to extend the 10 years COE. I wouldn't know.
If they stop that lah.
If they stop that, then
so instead of extending after scrap supposedly to extend 5 or 10 years, maybe they go maximum 5 years saja.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Tapi kalau 10 years, I don't know.
Tapi kata now if let's say diorang kurangkan dia punya puff but the COE will it drop or it will still maintain or go high? Tapi doesn't make any sense kalau macam kau turunkan this puff tapi tiba masa dia punya COE dia makin lama makin naik.
Or is it a bigger goal like in 2030 right? They want it to be fully EV ber?
Precisely. Tapi macam tadi kita check, even EV punya puff pun tetap tinggi juga apa?
Dekat tinggi lah.
Ya, melainkan kalau EV punya cars, kau punya puff is like really like macam maybe 18,000 ke 20,000. Then okay lah.
Their puff is lesser than that. Tetapi the CC is lesser. And it depends on the brand itself also.
Yeah.
It depends on the
brand.
brand.
It depends on the brand.
Aku tengok, aku pantau to see because I'm in the midst of looking for a car because why aku punya car next year July habis. So I just want to know. Tapi a bit sad that kebanyakan is EV. Even you are talking about Continental, you are talking about E-Class or Mercedes or everything kan. Dah tak banyak yang petrol car yang can last more than 5 years. Selalunya 2 tahun, 3 tahun. Yang more than 5 years are all EVs.
Slowly they all are trying to transit to EV lah.
Yeah. Tapi kalau kau tengok EV macam let's say macam China made tapi lower CC punya kan, lower electric punya, I can see that ada yang puff 20,000, 17,000, 14,000. In fact, kalau you're talking about the old Tesla, dia punya ada depre around 14,000-15,000. You see, like what I said, it's orang boleh beli lah. Orang boleh beli, and you see the puff also is lesser. Tapi kalau macam baru punya Gen Y punya baru ataupun Tesla baru punya, then dia punya path will be higher. Or you're talking about macam BM punya EV, dia punya path will be around 40 over 1,000. Macam i8 is around 66 punya path. Ya, ada yang 80 over 1,000. Kau bayangkan i4 BMW, so called i4 M50, macam M5 tau. 500 over horsepower.
Half a million. Okay, 500 plus.
Okay, kau tahu DP dia berapa? Kalau M5 ataupun M4, kalau petrolnya, dia punya DP around 60 to 70,000 per year.
Okay.
Ni i5
30 plus 1,040.
29-30 je bro.
Oh.
And horsepower is 500 over. Cuma dia punya catch is dia punya road tax is 6,000.
Oh.
Tapi kau fikir balik, kalau 6,000, kalau kau bawa M4 or M5, dia punya petrol pun for 1 year so it's more than 6,000 bro.
Yalah, correct lah.
Right. So kalau kau nak bawa ini kereta, kau kena tepikan 1 bulan $500 as if yang kau bayar duit petrol. Sebab 1 year is 6,000.
Yeah, make sense lah.
Tapi DP dia 29,000. Gila babi, 520 horsepower tau. EV.
Aku rasa that's why government trying to do like this lah. The DP they're trying to make
Maintain.
it lesser lah. EV makin lama makin sikit so that people can afford to buy. If
EV,
DP
yes.
is lower, and then aku rasa the price also going to be lesser also kan.
Yes.
Yeah, so they trying to make it more affordable for buyers to buy, but at the same time they want to phase out all the petrol so that people are going to buy EVs. Because kau dah no choice apa?
Okay. Kau encounter that tak? Kalau public car park, kita punya multi-story car park, berapa banyak charging port kat sana?
About average now kalau multi-story about 6 or 8, 6 to 8.
6 to 8 aku.
Yeah.
Rumah aku 3 ke 4 aja bro.
Aku pernah nampak.
Aku balik lambat aja kan. Aku tengok semua dah charging. Kau bayangkan kalau the whole public car park 80% EV.
Oh,
Macam mana kau nak charge? You see the implication in future?
Yeah.
Kalau dia orang put on that like that.
That's the reason why that time, the point of time yang aku plan to change to EV, aku really consider like buying other brands lah. But aku decided to go Tesla pasal aku fikir like macam Tesla ada supercharger. Which kat shopping mall ada, many places lah. Pasal kalau aku beli normal yang kereta EV, aku tak boleh pakai supercharger.
tak boleh?
Tak boleh. Pasal ni untuk Tesla je apa.
Okay.
So aku consider kalau aku beli kereta macam let's say BYD aku urgent kat shopping mall, aku tak boleh pakai ni saya Tesla. And it's betul like aku go shopping mall, aku can see that all the punya parking, pasal kau ada let's say ada Tesla ni charger 4, habis lagi 4 biasa punya kereta. Nanti tu 4 dah full.
Iyalah.
Tapi Tesla kosong.
Iyalah.
Jadi
Jadi kalau kau jalan-jalan pun kau masuk Tesla punya charge.
Pasal people nowadays kalau dia beli EV, even kalau kereta dia ada let's say billion 40% or 50%, dia tak nak parking, dia terus masuk tempat charging, dia park kat situ je.
Ya.
So that's part of the reason aku go for ni lah.
Tesla.
Okay.
Tapi like for you, kau tak ni kan, don't have the interest to go Tesla EV kan?
Aku ada bad experience.
Okay, tell us.
Aku contemplating in getting an EV lah.
Apa bad experience tu?
So aku punya bad experience ni, I was away with a family holiday, driving this Mercedes EQ
One something
ke apa lah, yang Vito punya size lah.
Okay.
So I mean when they hand over the car to us, it was fully charged. Okay, it was in Paris. Fully charged. So we used the car the whole entire day. Then we travel all the way to Disneyland. Then after Disneyland, kita tengah cari parking charger. So Disneyland itself, there's a few parking charger.
Okay.
Tapi kita tak boleh pakai lah, tak boleh charge. Then aku macam lost. Macam mana nak charge lah? Aku dah mengamuk lah.
Is it because of the app that you need to download?
We tried doing that. Then everything is like in dorang punya bahasa in French. Then aku macam like, what the heck is this? So buat bodoh, okay tak apa, kita pergi masuk dulu, enjoy keluar tu yang stress.
Berapa persen tu tinggal?
That time tinggal only at about 15%.
Wow, okay.
So car come out, then we search around lah, Google search around, then we saw there's this charger at one of the so-called paid punya parking punya lot.
Okay.
Masuk, aku plug in 2 jam kat sana, baru naik 5%.
Sure lah.
Dan aku macam, what the heck is happening, sir?
5% lambat tu.
2 jam tu. Semua family kat dalam tu.
Oh, you sit inside the car lah.
You sit inside car, only go up 5%.
Dah macam
Yalah, because you sit inside the car, you turn on the aircon semua.
No aircon. You under the window lah, open the van door. Have to wait what? No choice, right? So after that, later on, I saw a few people come park. Then I finally again asked them lah. I said, how come this one taking so long? And the fella don't understand what the heck I'm talking about because I talk in English. So I went and Google translate. I show him. They say, oh, this one is AC. That means normal electric punya.
Dia AC dengan DC. Alternator charger lambat compared to direct charge.
Then he said, this one you park overnight, then maybe can do a few percentages of
8 hours then can get full 8 to 10 hours.
How the heck I know about this?
So where you can find the DC?
Okay, so later on we drive out, then we start searching Tesla. We went to Tesla punya charging port. But that was like in a very farm kind of place, very deserted. Gelap gila tau bila kita pergi. Aku dah sana cakap, apa benda ni? Dah 5%. Dah sampai Tesla punya parking lot, aku masuk, aku ingat dah charge. Then we download the Tesla punya app, but it was a wrong app. It was a wrong Tesla app.
Okay.
Why? Because the Tesla app cannot use in France. Cannot use in Paris.
Okay.
They got another app. So we waited there for another 45 minutes, hoping that it will charge. Right? We thought they will charge, never charge. Later on, I finally went to another car. They were inside sitting down. So I went and knocked on the door. I asked the guy. The guy tak nak layan aku.
Asal?
Dia literally macam gini style dengan aku.
Mak Saleh
Dua orang lah France lah. Dan aku macam what the heck, so unfairly or what. Then aku okay, macam mana saya nak settle So I start googling. Then we found out that you need to download a Tesla app, which is kira macam France Paris punya. She went to YouTube, she can see how people do all. Then finally the guy who rejected me, he came out. He say, then he can speak English.
Suddenly boleh cakap English.
He can speak English. Then tell me, this one you need to download this app. Then aku look at him and say, okay, Ken, thank you. By then my wife already know what to do, right?
Okay.
So we were already in the midst of doing it. 45 minutes fully charged. We are done after that.
45 minutes fully charged.
45 minutes fully charged.
Tapi itu at Tesla punya charger?
Yeah, can use lah bro.
Cannot lah, from my understanding.
Can use.
Oh serious
I was in Paris, I use it 45 minutes fully charged. And that was already at 2 AM.
Okay. Aku tak tahu pula because aku pergi that time. Lepas tu diorang cakap yang Tesla punya ni is pasal dia punya charger dia is lain.
Okay.
So I
don't know, but yeah, we literally charged that lah.
Maybe tempat overseas Singapore yang tak boleh, aku tak tahulah.
But I saw a few more other cars who which is not Tesla so there. But mostly it's Tesla. It's just me plus another one more car wasn't Tesla.
I see. Yeah, supercharger memang setengah jam to 45 minutes dah fully charged dah.
Dah siap lah. Then after that, later on while I'm driving off, I tell myself, okay, forget it, I'm not going to buy an EV right now. This is too inconvenient.
You cannot deny that in future also you still have to buy EV.
Then
because you're going to be phased out already.
Then later we talk
but hopefully by then there's a lot of places ataupun there's a lot of ways to charge, you know, this kind of thing. I'm contemplating because I get depressed tengok yang apa the cars yang available right now for petrol, be it Continental lah, be it BM ke Mercedes ataupun other cars, semua less than 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, you know, the cars that you like lah, you know, this kind of thing. So then you have to make an option. Sebab tu Faizal cucuk aku pada itu hari the Y punya model kan, which is look nice. Sebab ada satu Melayu ni, diorangnya komen, the Malaysian comment, dia buat dengan body kit kali hitam semua with the tapi okay, aku nak tanya kau Zal, kalau lah macam gitu punya kereta, macam kereta kau with under warranty kan, tayar warranty tak affect, right?
Yeah.
Suspension kalau kau nak lower the car, aku nak lower the car.
Itu under cosmetic lah. So aku rasa tak lah. Body kit, suspension, brake. Wah, aku really tak sure sangat about this lah. Tapi aku tahu like macam kalau
EV
ada orang tukar.
Pasal setahu aku kalau cosmetic wise is okay as long doesn't affect kau. Pasal nak tukar engine, there's no modification, right? There's no engine in the EV, right? So the only thing that
tapi apa dia cover kalau gitu? Dia cover the battery lah.
Battery
lah.
Okay, kalau if let's say cover the battery, kalau dia punya brake caliper semua doesn't cover anything because why it didn't affect the engine.
It only affects bila kau accident. So bila kau accident, then dia sing kau nak claim apa semua, then aku tak rasa they all can claim it because it's not original, what?
Kalau gitu berapa banyak kereta yang accident, yang modified, yang tukar tukar apa
Semua
suspension.
tak boleh claim apa
Itu tu orang tak claim apa because accident is accident tapi it's not under
Aku rasa boleh tukar lah Wan. Aku rasa boleh, because the only thing that covered is only the battery je apa.
Very stressful lah the transitions from the petrol to EV. Aku bilang kau.
Tapi kalau korang tengok in the financial aspect, right? I'm pretty sure that your EV saves a lot of money as compared to your petrol, right? But then when we look into a very big holistic manner into the world or maybe into our own country right now, you'll realize one thing, the petrol cost in Singapore is getting lesser and lesser.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
That's one. Second, that would also affect people's livelihood because when there is less business going to petrol station, what will happen is that people will be out of job lah.
Betul.
Right. On top of that, the sale of petrol would also dip, which has been happening for the past maybe 1 or 2 years lah.
True.
Correct.
True.
So that's why if let's say aku suka top up kat Esso.
Okay.
So Esso, if you notice one thing, they always give this particular rebate 23% discount
Yes.
on your petrol for your Supreme Plus lah.
Yeah.
If you go for the 95 one, usually
21.
basic if you use the DBS Esso card,
Yeah, let me.
it's about 18 plus something percent.
19 something.
About around there lah, around there lah. Then if you look into that, right, if they can give you such discount at this point of time, we for sure know that their sale has dipped.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, if you see your BYD cars in your SG Kamat, right, you will realize one thing. There's a lot of input in terms of BYD sale for the past few years into Singapore market, right?
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of people selling the car.
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
So what's the reason behind it? Aku pun do not know.
They're not used to it, maybe.
But if you are say not used to it, if it helps you save money, right, and the car is faster as compared to your normal petrol car, then what's wrong? What's
I
wrong?
guess because this is the first EV cars that they bought, then they get used to it of EV. Example macam Faizal pergi this Tesla, definitely you want to go for EV which is higher, better perspective, better EV cars.
So it's an upgrade lah.
It's an upgrade Tapi kalau orang daripada EV nak turun to petrol, I think in years to come also is the petrol car will be phased out. You have to adapt with it.
Yalah, correct.
It's just macam let's think of from 1.3 liter, you want to upgrade to 1.6, you still buy. Cuma EV BYD kalau kau tengok banyak yang jual sebab banyak yang beli. Majority practically sekarang diorang can declare that they are number one cars that they are selling in Singapore because of the price factor. You see? And kalau kau tengok betul-betul yang jual tu are particularly the lower entry. Macam Sea Lion ni semua susah. Dan your depreciation also is not that low. 19,000.
Sea Lion.
Sea Lion.
BYD Seal
Ada Sea, ada Sea Lion.
ada Sea Lion.
Yang SUV.
Macam Panamera. Macam Cayenne. Very nice. Serious
Dia besar punya.
Besar.
Dia macam Tesla
Model
Model
Y.
Y gitu.
Okay.
Yesterday I spoke to one of our friend Dia bawa Avatar 11. Very nice, very bigger than Cayenne. Dia punya tayar je 21. Aku tanya ni
Horsepower pun?
Horsepower aku tak tahu. Tapi full charge 427 is a question mark for me. 427 427 kilometer je bro.
Sama about the same dengan Tesla.
Is it?
Tesla buat for aku full charge can go, kalau aku maximize everything tinggalkan let's say 5%, 6%, can go about 430, 450.
Also 427 is still the same.
Yes, about the same.
Tapi kalau kau pergi KL clear lah.
Tak clear, sangkut juga.
Kalau diorang pergi KL, aku dengar diorang cakap selalu sampai tempat apa tu, air cargo tempat Melaka tu, charge sekali, then diorang pergi KL.
So must be fast charge
Super charge ada.
Kau pernah try?
Tak pernah try.
Try lah.
Dia ni
tak payahlah.
Jadi aku nampak satu this person I know, he posted, so his car battery left 15%.
Okay.
He was stuck in Causeway punya jam.
Uish.
So aku komen. Aku cakap, bro, 15% last ke? Cakap, let je, masih ada time. So he was so super cool, but his friend beside him was super kancung. Because 15% battery, you are still stuck near Singapore punya Causeway, all the way sampai JB. Berapa jauh tu?
Betul.
Right. So we don't know whether can it last or not. Right?
Tesla tu.
Bukan. Tesla Model Y.
Okay.
Tesla Model Y. Lepas lah.
Oh, is it?
Lepas.
Aku pernah test like macam aku balance lagi 5%. 5% aku daripada Woodland 5%. aku boleh sampai kat Sengkang. Bay lane lagi 2%.
Serious lah?
Serius. Aku just nice pump to charge.
Tapi that is living life on the edge.
Because aku always like to try the limit of my car tau. Even petrol pun sama juga. Petrol lah aku tunggu like betul-betul like macam kau dah reserve. Aku tak kisah aku gamble lah. Maybe sampai 20 klik, 30 klik At least I know the maximum aku punya kereta boleh pergi. Aku tu berapa.
But why you want to do that?
Because at least you know kalau you stranded apa semua, you know kau punya kereta boleh pergi berapa banyak dia punya maximum.
Tapi kalau kau dah stranded kat situ nak telefon members tu semua masalah.
Aku pernah kena 2 kali in my life.
Aku pernah ini illegal lah. Aku masuk Johor tau. Aku lupa nak top up jalan Tuas. Aku punya stress. Sekali aku dah jalan dah nak masuk Tuas, baru aku remember yang petrol aku tak top up. Tinggal suku. And jam dia 3 jam lebih bro.
Oh my God.
Aku punya buah kat tekak. Aku punya cuak. Cakap ini kalau aku sangkut pingsan siap.
Oh, dapat lepas?
Dapat lepas.
Keluar
Reserve sampai bawah.
terus isi
Tapi orang kat dalam kereta semua bising aircon aku on off.
Nak savekan petrol pasal.
Ini kerja tak boleh. Sebab aku punya orang I make sure that walaupun suku pun aku tetap top up. Kalau setengah pun aku still top up. I just make it full. Aku tak tahu.
Kau try lagi lah Wan.
Tak boleh.
Tadi you want to say just now?
Aku pernah kena 2 kali. Satu was Sirocco. I remember I was at my mother-in-law punya rumah. Dia aku tahu dah reserve lah. Kira aku macam okay whatever lah. Dah nak keluar kapak tu, kereta start sana lah.
Oh, habis lah minyak.
Minyak habis lah. Jahan. Dah suku apa?
Aku tak reserve. Dah reserve
Tapi
lama.
selalunya reserve
Dah lama.
Oh dah lama reserve. Agak-agak lah kalau dah lama reserve.
Pasal aku kancung. Aku ingat dia punya engine seize ke, dia punya gearbox rosak ke.
Kau
Then
tahu lah.
aku macam macam mana sekarang ni
Tolak
Then aku call my brother-in-law. He came down, he helped me tolak the car. Then I went and go and buy petrol my father-in-law, tin, top up.
Boleh.
Because of petrol lah.
Asyik baik kalau kau begitu kita hantar workshop.
Apa satu. Second time recently last year, aku pun reserve. Aku tengah dengan budak-budak. Aku punya 4 kids Aku dah exit nak balik daripada my mother-in-law place from Pasir Ris nak balik dekat je lah. Habis alih-alih the car just stop lah at traffic light.
Petrol habis lah tu.
Petrol habis lah.
Asal aku tak banyak? Tak.
Pasal aku tu was on the way to top up. Dah tengah reserve.
Sebab tu aku cakap jangan ambil buat kerja macam gini siul.
And it was beside construction site. Aku dah kancung dengan 4 budak. So aku tengah fikir, ni 4 budak nak letak dalam kereta ke atau macam mana ni? Kalau aku bawa diorang pergi sana macam mana ni? Aku dah banyak question tau.
Lagi jauh lagi lah petrol.
Terus aku hazard light dulu. Kan aku pergi ambil kon daripada yang construction site tu, aku letak kat belakang kereta.
Macam kita breakdown
aku
itulah.
Aku bawa 4-4 pergi petrol station. Aku dah beli 2 tin. Aku letak orang kat sana, cakap you all don't move, you all stay inside. Aku bilang cashier dia, my kid will stay here because my car no petrol. Aku pergi balik, top up. Dah top up clear kan? Patah balik Alhamdulillah.
Tapi jauh lah distance daripada yang
bukan jauh sangat, maybe about 200 meter.
Oh okay lah, tak jauh sangat.
Aku ada satu epic cerita. Aku tak tahu kereta kau boleh ke tidak. Kereta aku bawa pakai Bermuda. Kunci kita kan keyless, betul tak? Aku tahu kunci Bermuda. Aku park kat bawah, engine on lah. Okay, kawan aku kat sebelah, member kat belakang, naik atas, tukar seluar, kunci kat seluar Bermuda.
Mampus.
Aku bawa kereta. Dia tak mati. Dia tak mati.
But there should be a sensor what?
Dia tak mati. Sampai Takashimaya. Sampai mati aku off. Aku nak cari nak lock tutup. Aku cakap tak ada.
Tak boleh lock kan kereta kan?
Tak boleh lock tak apa. Tak boleh bergerak lah.
Yelah.
Dah matikan lah.
Tapi kau tahu lah kunci tu kat rumah lah.
Aku sebab pakai Bermuda dulu. Aku nak tukar seluar panjang ke apa. So aku cakap okay tunggu sekejap. Okay aku naik atas aku tukar. Okay lepas tu kita Takashimaya. Dah park aja kan. Dah matikan aja. Aku cakap mana kunci aku? Kunci hilang lah. Mana pergi.
Habis balik ambil lah.
Habis aku fikir balik. Terpaksa lah. Ingatkan kereta itu balik dulu.
And it's not cheap you know. For a key let's say tu kau at least kat rumah. Kalau kau hilang kita punya kunci kita macam can cost more than 1,000. No, 1,000.
Serious lah.
1,000 plus.
Okay.
For to get original bag from the manufacturer it's about 1,000 plus.
Do you have to go to the manufacturer?
Yes, betul.
Yes.
Pasal kau tak boleh duplicate kat kedai apa ni locksmith apa?
Tapi ada tak kereta, let's say example electric kereta
Okay.
Daripada handphone, kira kau tak bawa kunci tau. Daripada handphone, kau boleh start and off on.
Itu dia lah.
Kereta aku lah.
Boleh?
Dia tak ada start off pasal kereta EV ni kau masuk je. Usually what I did from aku keluar rumah nanti aku just on aku punya aircon. Aku on aku.
So that one most car also ada. Okay.
Yeah, so basically aku masuk, aku terus jalan je. Because
Habis kunci sense macam mana?
handphone, aku tak bawa kad aku. Usually they give a card.
So ada lah.
Ada. So kalau aku tertinggal aku punya handphone,
Mati lah.
Abang aku tak boleh ni. Aku pernah sekali that point of time, aku dah nak balik. Sekali handphone aku tak tinggal, handphone aku dah nak flat. Handphone aku tinggal 2%.
Macam mana?
So 2%, kalau aku tak charge, handphone aku flat. Macam aku nak masuk kereta aku sekejap. Aku pergi check tempat charger dulu lah. Aku make sure aku charge aku punya ni dulu. Kasih about 5 to 6%.
Charger kat mana?
Aku tak tahu aku pergi check kat mana. Kat kedai tak salah aku. Aku tanya orang. Aku cakap ada charger tak? C cable that I can charge for a while ni. Sekali lepas tu dia cakap ada. Aku charge sekejap, tunggu 5 minit. Dah naik 7-8%, 10%. Aku tu pergi tempat kereta lah.
Okay.
Kau tak standby kabel dalam kereta?
Kabel? Nak kabel buat apa?
Charge lah handphone.
Ada dalam kereta. Tapi macam aku nak access masuk kereta kalau aku tak boleh ya.
Dia ni dia punya orang. Semua last.
The live
Presentation pun semua. Wan, buat cepat sikit dah tinggal 10% laptop. That is Faizal. Dia nak try to the max. Kau tak bayangkan kalau presentation 10% 2 jam berbual tengah buat laptop.
Macam mana Ustaz?
Aku pernah ada tinggal 15%. Nanti dia dah aku tu dah kita dah berbual lama, dah tinggal 10%. Aku off dulu. Off, shutdown dulu, kasi bateri dulu. Okay.
Ada buat presentation, laptop dah mati tau. Kita dah buat.
Pam tu tutup laptop. Okay, dah pakai handphone. Okay, continue pakai handphone. Mesti kena ada backup plan.
Aduh.
Tapi tak bagus juga kalau if let's say you keep, people say that kalau kau punya handphone walaupun 70%, 80% you keep charging to 100% because it will drain up your battery.
So they say the maximum buy is 95% kan, is enough. 80%, 80 to 95.
85 something like that. You cannot overcharge lah basically.
Same like EV cars lah. EV cars they don't encourage you to charge sampai 100%.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they say 80% is enough. Pasal it will spoil your car if kau selalu always charge sampai 100%.
Knowing about the EV, right? Dia punya warranty is for 10 years.
8 years. Aku punya is 8 years.
8 years, okay. 8 years Sekali within 8 years, kalau let's say dah dekat 8 years warranty habis, sekali bateri kau kong. Berapa saya tu bateri?
Aku dengar more than 20,000.
Ayo, might as well kau scrap siap.
Yeah, so ada orang juga before like 5 years like that they try to sell lah. But that's why aku rasa they cannot make money is because dealer tak nak ambil tinggi. Pasal billion warranty kau lagi 2-3 tahun je apa.
Yalah, correct.
Then let's say kalau aku jual, then tu warranty kereta dah void, dah leceh apa.
So the near futures, your suggestion is not to buy a new brand car. Because why? Ultimately, tapi sama
kalau
juga.
kau tak boleh buy new car, you buy let's say a EV car 3 to 5 years, then kau pakai lagi 2 tahun, kau punya bateri punya warranty dah nak expire juga siap. So you at the risk of weekend.
The ARF is killing us. The ARF is killing us.
So but if you look into other aspect or perspective, you think about in 2027, I think I heard a minister talking about the OBU that they want to charge the charge based system.
Okay,
that's one. Second, the new MRT is going to be set up. Right, so technically they would want to encourage everybody to use
public
or communicate based on public lah. But one thing I realize is people who are doing sales, people who are doing service based business.
Okay. Like
it's
us
hard for us to go by public because we need to get one end to one end as fast as we can lah. But then again, if you think back, if we're going to cost too much, if our costing goes up too high, then obviously it will also incur to kita punya consumer or clients. So the costing will also go up. So everything is a domino effect lah. End of the day. So if you want to think about it, I think in general, right now, if you really can drive a petrol, just drive to the maximum fullest. Once the EV has put in place that, then okay lah. Then we change to EV lah. Maybe you can consider switching back.
Be prepared that you are paying your monthly installment more than what you pay right now.
Yep.
Because to those who don't have any deposit ataupun lesser deposit, that it will amplify you punya monthly installment.
Correct.
Sebab your ARF is already kosong. Maksudnya ARF 40,000 ke 50,000 itu dah habis. So kalau kau tak boleh bayar to match the ARF of 40 or 50,000 yang paid tu, kau punya depreciations tu of let's say 24,000 per year is 2,000, right? So it will be higher because why? Because adanya ARF kau tak boleh bayar.
Yalah, correct lah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So your monthly will be high if I say you don't have the deposit.
Yeah, confirm plus shop.
So in that case, then just for the sake of transport, then these people ataupun more a lot of people cannot see the luxury cars or whichever because of the budget constraint.
But if you think about it, if luxury car, since we're in the topic also, right? If we talk about ARF being zero already, right? Then luxury car kalau orang tu beli 2 million,
that's why lah.
Kosong lah.
Abang
kau cakap dah kosong apa?
$2 million.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no.
it depends on the COE juga. Kalau kau punya COE makin lama makin naik, then kau punya puff sikit rugi banyak sih.
Tapi dia puff dah tak ada kosong apa?
Ya tahu. That's why kalau COE kau tak tinggi pada aku still okay. Tapi kalau kau punya COE makin naik, kau punya puff kosong.
Okay lah, let's say macam diorang cakap, kalau government cakap sekarang COE on average is 100,000.
Okay.
Betul? Kalau lah kau cakap okay lah COE at 50,000.
Yeah, then fair enough.
Tak ada puff. Okay, people fair enough, you see. Tetapi kalau kau COE 100,000, there's no puff, no ARF. 100,000 burn gitu lah.
Yalah.
You see. So this is the thing lah.
Money just fly.
So kalau kau tak bayar deposit lebih, jadi kereta kau tu makin banyak, bulanan kau makin banyak. Makin banyak.
I get what one is trying to say.
So see lah.
That's why beli kereta ni is a liability. Liability. Tetapi kalau kau beli insurance, it's not a liability. It's a apa ni? Asset. Yes, itu paling important. That's why we have Feros also like macam tu. Even like macam we talk about this car punya COE apa semua, Feros able to advise lah. At the same time, kalau kau nak perlukan advice on insurance, buying insurance, hospital semua, and then accident plan apa semua, I think Feros is the best person for you to speak to lah. Okay. So kalau kau tengah fikir lah nak contact Power Insurance, kau boleh contact Feros di 8168-7225, 8168-7225. He'll give you an advice. And kalau social media di mana, Wan?
Okay, for social media, Miraj Advisory, kau dekat TikTok, betul?
Betul.
Kau dekat Facebook?
Betul.
Kau dekat IG?
Betul.
Follow him.
Yeah. Okay, any questions about regarding insurance atau financial planning, he will answer you. So kita jumpa di next episode. Bye-bye.